Let's learn a couple additional rules associated with the letter T. We have two things to learn in this lesson. The first one is the ate suffix, used in words like associate or estimate. There are actually two ways to pronounce that ate ending, and it depends on whether the word is a noun or adjective, and whether the word is a verb. If it's a noun or adjective, we pronounce it. And if the word is a verb, we pronounce ate. I work with many associates. So I say associates because it's a noun. I associate with many interesting people. Associate because it's a verb. We need to estimate how much money we can spend. Estimate because it's a verb. Have you finished computing the estimate? The estimate, a noun. So that's one thing we'll study in this lesson. Let's look at one other point, and this is one final thing which Americans do with that T sound. So when we have T or NT, the whole rule is when we have a vowel T or a vowel NT, and it comes at the end of the phrase, or this word comes before a consonant, we create a stopped T sound. A stopped T is basically a half T. So if this is the top of my mouth, the tongue goes up to create T, but it stops. So the T sound is not articulated. And yet you can hear a very subtle difference between doing nothing at all and just creating that stopped sound. So you do have to stop that sound, but that's it. So you can think of it in the best way you can. A half T, thinking of a half T often helps. So we do this in many words. For instance, the word network. Here, net and work are two words put together, really. So we stop the T in net. Network. If I say that's great, naturally I'll use a stopped T with that word great. So we actually do create this stopped T sound quite frequently, and we'll practice that a little more in the next part of this lesson. But I want to include one warning, which is that if that word is followed by a vowel, we actually end up going back to that T equals D rule that we covered in lesson 1. For example, I say, that's great, but I can say, that's a great idea. So that's kind of the tricky part. Overall, the general idea is just to reduce that T sound quite a lot in the American dialect. But know that you'll create that stopped T sound with vowel T or vowel NT, words like don't or won't or even can't. You can just stop that T sound, create sort of a half T there. Okay, that completes this lesson on the ATE suffix and the stopped T sound.